It was supposed to be a quick dinner at a trendy downtown restaurant. A simple scan of a QR code menu, something millions do every day. But for the Andersons, that one scan would trigger a chain of digital devastation that no one saw coming. Their bank accounts drained, their identities compromised, their peace of mind shattered. How could a family of 5, tech-savvy and cautious, fall victim to something so ordinary? And who was behind the digital trap? If you think it can't happen to you, think again. This is the true story of how a single QR code brought down an entire family's financial security. Stay with us till the end as we uncover the twist you won't believe. Before we dive in, have you ever scanned a QR code without checking where it leads? Let us know in the comments. And if you find this story shocking, hit that like button, subscribe for more real tech horror stories, and share this video to protect someone else. Meet the Andersons: Michael, a high school principal, Laura, a freelance interior designer, and their 3 kids, Tyler, 16, Mia, 13, and Josh, 8. Living in suburban Ohio, the Andersons were the picture of a modern American family. Smart devices in every room, smart car in the garage, and smart investments steadily growing. Tech was part of their everyday life, and they considered themselves digitally responsible. Every family member had their own phone. 2-factor authentication was standard. Password managers were in place. Michael even hosted annual internet safety nights at school. They weren't just cautious, they were leaders in online hygiene. So how did everything go so wrong? Started like any other Saturday night. The Andersons decided to try a newly opened Asian fusion restaurant that Laura had seen recommended on Instagram. They made a reservation for 7 p.m., dressed up, and headed downtown in their electric SUV. The kids were excited, especially Mia, who had been trying to eat more plant-based meals and wanted to see the vegan ramen everyone was raving about. The ambience of the restaurant was modern and cozy. Their table had a laminated card with a QR code in the center, no paper menus. "Scan for menu and ordering," it said. Laura, always the first to embrace tech convenience, scanned the QR code with her phone. The menu popped up on what looked like a professionally designed mobile site. Elegant fonts, clickable photos, even a table number auto-filled at the top. She tapped through the dishes and added everything they wanted. But something strange happened. As she pressed confirm order, her screen froze for half a second. Then it refreshed. She didn't think much of it. The order appeared to go through. Within 45 minutes, they'd eaten and were on their way home. But later that night, Laura's phone buzzed with a push notification. Unusual login attempt detected from Bulgaria. Then another, and another. Laura dismissed the notifications at first. Probably just spam, she thought. But by morning, she had over 20 emails from services she didn't recognize. Uber, Google Play, Amazon, confirming purchases and failed login attempts. Some of the charges had gone through. $4.99 here, $9.99 there. But others were larger. A $399 gaming console, a $215 digital camera, a $1,200 wire transfer attempt. When she checked her bank account, her heart stopped. Nearly $6,000 had vanished overnight. Meanwhile, Tyler barged into the kitchen. "Mom, someone hacked my Fortnite account. All my skins are gone." Michael's phone pinged. "Your login credentials were used to access a new Dropbox location." And it wasn't over. Panicked, Michael called their bank and froze all accounts. Laura contacted her freelance clients to warn them. Tyler reset his gaming profiles. But the question loomed, how had this happened? Michael took Laura's phone to a friend, Jacob, a cybersecurity consultant. Jacob immediately suspected the QR code. "This wasn't the restaurant's real menu," he said. "The site looked real but was hosted on a spoof domain. Only one character off. When you scanned it, you granted permissions to download an app in the background. That app accessed your clipboard, keystrokes, and even stored passwords." Laura's face went pale. "I just wanted to order food." The next few days unraveled like a nightmare. Their home Wi-Fi began acting strange. Michael's work laptop wouldn't boot. The smart thermostat changed settings on its own. Laura tried to print a design plan, and found the printer spewing out pages of code. Even 8-year-old Josh's iPad had been compromised. Michael walked in to find the screen displaying adult content, likely from redirected ads. That's when they knew this was far more than a simple identity theft. Their digital infrastructure, from cloud storage to connected devices, was now a battlefield. Passwords were reset, then reset again. But the hackers were always one step ahead. Laura received an email from a fake IRS address, demanding tax payment. Michael's school credentials were used to attempt access to private student records. And then came the call from the school board. Michael was being put on administrative leave. The school had discovered unauthorized access from his credentials to files labeled confidential, staff and student evaluations. He hadn't done it, but how could he prove that? The Andersons reported everything to the local police, who looped in the FBI cybercrime unit. Special Agent Delaney met with them at their home. "You're not the only victims," she said. "We're tracking a wave of QR code attacks across the Midwest, nearly identical MOs." She explained that the restaurant's QR code had been replaced, likely by someone who had access to the dining area, possibly disguised as a customer or even staff. The code directed users to a clone site. That site planted malware on the device and initiated a coordinated attack across cloud backups, saved passwords, and cross-linked devices. If you used the same email on more than one app, they were in. And the worst part? The digital footprint pointed to multiple IP addresses: South Korea, Romania, and Russia. This wasn't one person. It was a syndicate, a professional dark web operation. Soon after, Laura's clients started backing out. One of her commercial renovation projects was halted when leaked floor plans ended up on a public forum. She was accused of negligence. Tyler was bullied at school. Screenshots from his hacked Discord account, private chats, and embarrassing photos made the rounds. Mia stopped using her phone altogether. "I don't trust anything anymore," she whispered. Michael spiraled into silence. He rarely left the bedroom. He'd always been the protector, the problem solver. Now everything he built was unraveling. Laura finally admitted she was waking up in cold sweats. Josh cried at night, asking if the bad phone guys were coming back. This wasn't just digital theft. It was psychological warfare. A therapist diagnosed Laura with acute stress response and panic disorder. Michael refused therapy. "We just need to get through this," he kept saying. But one night, Laura found 2 empty wine bottles under the sink. Michael was coping the only way he knew how: silence and alcohol. Tyler deleted all his social media. He dropped out of the school play. They installed cameras around the house. Even though the threat was digital, they feared it would turn physical. The stress boiled over during dinner one night. Josh spilled water on the table, and Michael erupted, screaming. Everyone froze. Then Laura stood up. "We either fight this together, or we fall apart." That was the turning point. The Andersons made a pact. No more secrecy, no more shame. They partnered with a local tech YouTuber, Erica Lopez, to tell their story. Erica's 3 million subscribers were stunned. The video, titled "QR Code Scam Nearly Destroyed This Family," went viral. They began working with a digital security firm to rebuild their online lives. New devices, fresh accounts, cold wallets, encrypted servers. Laura became an advocate for freelance cybersecurity. Michael spoke at school assemblies again, this time as a cautionary tale. Tyler even recorded a video called "How I Recovered from Being Hacked at 16. It got over 200,000 views. They were healing, slowly but surely. Months later, the FBI called with an update. The person who physically placed the fake QR code was identified. Someone on the restaurant's cleaning crew. But here's the twist. It was the boyfriend of a woman who worked for Laura as a part-time assistant. That woman had overheard Laura mention the restaurant. She had been approached online by a stranger, offered money in exchange for low-level access to QR placements. She didn't know how dangerous it was, or so she claimed. In truth, she was part of a global gig scam, people unknowingly becoming cyber weapons for hire. The Andersons are financially stable again. Not wealthy, not completely secure, but smarter. stronger. Here's what they want you to know. 1. Always check the URL after scanning a QR code. 2. Avoid entering personal info on a page you didn't directly search for. 3. Use separate email accounts for banking, shopping, and subscriptions. 4. Invest in antivirus software that scans all app permissions. 5. Talk to your kids. Teach them what cybercrime really looks like. Have you ever been scammed online? Or do you know someone who has? Backhand index pointing down, share your story in the comments below. Thumbs up like this video if it helped you understand how scary tech scams can be. Bell, and don't forget to subscribe. We're bringing you more real tech horror stories every week. Direct hit share this video with someone who thinks they're too smart to be tricked. You might just save them